Hello, Tad Harger from Marketing for Hippies, and I was just chatting with somebody who is an alumni in my mentorship program, and we were talking about point of view, and I was trying to convey something about what I thought it was, and she'd just been at a writing retreat, and this analogy came out. This makes so much sense. Okay, so you have three things in marketing: relevance, credibility, value. Those are the three main filters people have when they hear about you. First is just, is this relevant to me? Could this help me? Then second is the credibility piece. Should I trust you? And then the value piece is, what are you offering? You know, what's the pitch? What's the next step? What's the thing they can pay money for? And is that a good deal? Is it a good return on investment? And those three obviously all work together. And if you miss one of those, the whole thing falls apart. So here's the best analogy I can think of for it: a book. So this is an old dear friend and mentor of mine, John Robbins. He wrote a book called Healthy at 100. Okay, so that's a really good title. Healthy at 100. What that means is, that's the promise. That's Island B, what I would call. So now if you want to be healthy at 100, that will grab your attention. How you can, at any age, dramatically increase your lifespan and your health span. Okay, so very clear. And then on the back, of course, you've got some advanced praise, but also sometimes on the back of the book, you know, you'll have the, like this book, The Ecology of Care. You see a bit of a write-up of what it is. Just standing in front of a bookshelf, obviously. Gabor Mate, when the body says no, hidden costs of stress. And then on the back, there's a, you know, you've seen a book before. So, the cover of the book, that's the relevance piece. That's mostly where we determine relevance. Certainly the front cover, but also possibly the back cover. Now on the back of this book, you have some testimonials. That's credibility. That's good. And now if you, in your book, you know, and so in the last, let's just see, the last page here, well, there's his bio. And in this case, there's no particular next step or offer, but so oftentimes in a book, you know, it'd be, hey, if you want a book time with me. So if you're writing a book in that way, a kind of personal growth book, if you'd like, here's my website, or here's an offer, here's a free thing, something to incentivize them to take the next step. That's the value piece. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, when I read books, I mean, often it's not there, but if it is there, it's small. Yeah, I remember a book called The Portable Coach. In the very back jacket, he did a weekly call, Thomas Leonard, and it was a free call you could do once a week. Just call in, join the number, and there you go. But you might have a home study course, you might have other eBooks, you might have other things. My point is, whatever you're offering at the end of your book, that's going to be 1 or 2 pages. I mean, maybe 5. You got a lot of different things, but let's just say it's probably 1 page or 2 pages. So what have we got then? We've got a book where, and that's the value piece, right? So the relevance, that's the cover. The value, that would be the offer, the pitch on like 1 page in the book or 2 pages. So then what's the rest of the book? That's the credibility. Yeah, that's a good sense of the ratio of things. So if you have a workshop, what's the relevance? The title of the fucking workshop. What's the value? The pitch you do at the end. And what's the credibility? The workshop. And how much time should you spend on that title of the workshop? It's on the poster. Maybe you remind them to see if they're in the right room at the beginning. How much time should be spent on the pitch? Not a lot. Why? Because most of it is all in the pages of the book. Because what are you doing? What is the book doing? The book, if it's a good book, is not trying to convince you to hire them. Because I've read books like that. I had a colleague once, he put out an ebook, and it was just, it was a sales letter with a cover and back cover. An ebook. So I read it, it was like, the cover looks really good. It looks like a real book. But then I open it and it's even formatted like a sales page. It reads like a sales page, trying to sell me on his program. So that's not a great book, that's a sales letter. So what is it that makes it a book? Well, your point of view, you know, lots of stories, lots of examples, lots of you making the case, not for them to hire you, but making the case for a certain way of seeing things, for a certain point of view, for a certain philosophy and approach. So anyways, I've got a whole ebook about this called Point of View Marketing. I'll put the link below. And yeah, I wanted to share this example because it's just visually, it's so good. You can see it. Relevance, credibility, and let's say value. Sometimes books on the back cover have, let's just say it was that way, had the offer here. Visually, you can see it. That's about where you should put the emphasis. Relevance, credibility, value. Relevance can happen very quickly and should happen very quickly. Credibility takes time. And the offer, it's just got to put the right effort in it, come up with the right offer. And the right offer doesn't take a lot of time for people to often decide on. What takes time is, do they trust you? So that's it. Hopefully that's useful.